So what is your biggest ick?
Do you know what? I have a lot, to be honest.
You have a lot, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of like people switching up in front of people.
The fake ones.
Acting differently, when they showed you a specific side to them, they're showing a different side.
Alright, favorite feature on a woman?
You
said, you know what?
Do you know what? I like a nice voice, like. I'm a voice guy.
So, signifies noise.
Pretty much.
Alright, cool. Biggest lie you've ever told a woman? Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah. They're watching, so be careful.
Well, I feel like the easiest one is like obviously to say that you love them when you probably might not.
Man.
I'm sorry. I mean, It happens. I mean, I'm sure it's happened to me as well. Do you know what I mean? Where I've been told.
What is your guilty pleasure?
I love me about crisps.
Oh really?
I love crisps.
Quick. Would you rather date someone with bad breath or bad BO?
Is there no other option?
There's no. One of the other. People are gonna talk to you after. You really said bad breath.
Yeah. Guys, really and truly, for the camera's sake, I really don't have a choice. I'm just going with that one, bad breath.
And lastly, what inspires you?
My parents, my faith in God. I've got a strong faith in God.
Joey Mvne is a versatile artist from East London. He's what some consider as the full package, as he produces, records, and writes all his own lyrics in his home studio. Joey takes inspiration from many different artists, but the main being Gets. He always allows himself to be vulnerable in his music and paints a very vivid picture for the audience. Joey is mainly a rapper, but can also utilize his vocals, serving as another useful tool for creativity. Joey states that his stage name carries a deeper meaning. He grew up with facial hair very early, which is where the word Mvne came from. He always felt fearless in terms of his rapping ability, which is why it made more sense to take on a lion presence in everything that he does. He joins me on the Justeve show today.
On a rise when it's time, never die. Yeah, too blessed for the stress. Wicked and bad can't test. I'm feeling myself. Gotta let God do the rest. Wake up and I strive for the best. Need more places to shut down stages. Thinking about my talents, man, I'm destined for greatness. But looking at my balance, man, I need to see changes. I'm stuck in the workplace and I know that.
The Justeve Show, inspiring lives.
Hello and welcome to the Justeve Show. This is a show where we talk to people that are inspiring to us, people who have been through a lot and are taking us through the journey that they have been to. Today, as my guest, I have somebody who is in the music industry. He's a singer, he's a rapper, he's a writer, he's a master of all. He is Joe. Please, can you just quickly tell me what your stage name is?
Joey Mvne.
Joey Mvne. Okay, because I was struggling to see how, to pronounce that. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're going to take you back right to the very beginning. If you could tell us what your growing up years were like.
Wow. Well, me growing up in obviously East London, I mean, it's quite similar to a lot of people's story in terms of growing up. You're growing up in a place like Newham, which is predominantly somewhat poverty stricken and stuff like that. But you kind of go through those kind of times together with the people that you were raised with and you've grown up with. So people from school days, you see them grow up, you see them become a part of your journey, part of your life. Influences, some good, some bad, but they make you who you are. Do you know what I'm saying? I had a big musical presence within myself at a very, very young age. My ear was like quite advanced also at a very young age.
When you say very young age, how old?
Well, I'll tell you a story. When I was, before I was even born, my mum used to tell me, like, you know, when she was watching, like, you know, TV shows and stuff like that, like EastEnders and whatnot, like the theme tune, like I'd be kicking in her stomach, like, and you know, even things like the BBC News like theme song, like I'd be kicking in her stomach as, like, you know, music was obviously being played. So, you know, I definitely believe that my gift for music is God given, and I treat it as such. I don't really play with it. I try not to as well. So. Yeah, you know, throughout, you know, my life, music has been a part of me, my family as well. My dad was, he used to kind of like lead choirs and stuff like that in church and stuff like that. And he used to sing as well. So my dad's a big music person, and I feel like that's where I get it from predominantly. And yeah, that's me in a nutshell. And then obviously, as I became of age, 16 and stuff like that, I started like writing my own lyrics. But even prior to that, I was producing. You know, you might be in school, year 7, on the, you know, laptop or keyboard or whatever, you're just messing around, and you just start, you know, creating this kind of like knack for it naturally. And yeah, I just fell in love with it from day one. You know, producing, writing lyrics, and then obviously mixing and mastering became a thing later on when I went to college and university, and it just made me who I am today.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters, and that's it. I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Now, are you one of those, well, I'm not going to say a shower singer because they are really good, but you are. Right. Were you one of those kind of people who sing around the house, sing so much that you annoy everybody?
I'd say yes and no, because my mom just knows me. So it's like, the only people that's really gonna get annoyed are like my neighbours, really and truly.
You actually disturbed them.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. I'd probably say yeah, but you know, I've never really had any complaints, to be honest.
Okay, because I was going to ask if they come and knock on the door, tell you to cool down.
I've never had
Okay,
any
you've never had that.
complaints or anything. My neighbours, even they're quite invested in what I do as well. So yeah, I've got good neighbours. I've got good people around me. Good support.
Your friends, how were they around you, or how were you around them?
They were cool. My friends are very supportive as well in what I do. They've been following me and kind of supporting, you know, what I do for a very, very long time. So yeah, they, you know, whenever they know that I'm doing something in music, they'll be the first to know. They'll be the first to know. So yeah, my support system, I believe in it. I've got massive faith in it, and it's kept me going for so long.
Okay, so you went to primary school, college, university. What did you study in university?
Music production and
Oh,
performance.
so
Yeah.
this is you and all of music.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming on from there, you have your work out there, like.
So my most recent music video was Glass Ceilings, but my last track is a track called Lately. It's got like a little bit of an R&B feel to it, but it's pretty much just me speaking about what's been going on with me lately, literally. So it has a bit of, you know, personal stuff, or just, you know, just the general 9 to 5, just be working and just trying to make ends meet for myself as a young black man, and things of that nature, really. But I've definitely got like a collection of songs that are on, you know, Spotify and iTunes and things of all the streaming platforms. My music is out there. Definitely.
Okay, we're trying to get to know and understand you better. Would you like to tell us some of the personal issues that have inspired your writing, your singing?
Well, from a very, very young age, I was like attracted to hip hop, and I, you know, my first ever like big artist that I kind of looked up to was Biggie Smalls. So I would on my phone, I'd like, back in the days it was like LimeWire, so we would just download like a whole lot of like exclusive like beats and just rap to them, and we would just be me on my own, of course. So I'd just be writing, and then there was a period where obviously some of these lyrics weren't really quote unquote good to listen to. My mom and my dad would obviously told me that, yeah, that's not good, you know, that you're writing these kind of lyrics at this age.
What kind of lyrics are that?
I mean, they weren't lyrics that how can I say this?
Just say it, man.
They had swear words. They had swear words, or they would like have like topics that weren't really beneficial or uplifting. So for a long period, my dad and my mum, not so much, but my dad wasn't really in support of the rapping that I would be doing. But I don't know, something within me, I guess me being young, I just kind of use that to kind of push forward.
And your friends, your peers,
Yeah.
did they like that kind of music? Because I'm guessing that at that age, that's the kind of thing that they would like.
Yeah.
And some of them probably not even understanding what those lyrics were.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, as a young person, 12, 13 years of age.
Sorry, can I interrupt you there? How old are you?
I'm 27.
That's still very young.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, as a young person.
I mean, a very, very young person, like 10 years or 13 years before. But even, at that age, I was looking up to someone like, Biggie Smalls, who, quite frankly, wasn't writing music for me to listen to at that age. And I can agree on that now, because obviously I'm older and I can actually reflect on those times. But one positive that I will take out of learning and understanding rap at that age was to understand, like the cadence, things like flow, rhythm, poetry, all of the punchlines, like the hardcore fundamentals of rap. I was able to kind of consume that at such a very young age, where it's like, people, might be my age now, and they might not be able to grasp what I've grasped over the years.
Makes sense.
And I feel like even though my mom and my dad may not have seen the quote unquote importance of me understanding certain things about hip hop, I was still able to learn the fundamentals, so I could take that in my back pocket and say, do you know what? Yeah, maybe I might not want to do too much swearing, or I might not want to speak about this topic, but I've locked down the fundamentals of what it means to be an artist or a rapper, and I think that was very important for me.
So who are your role models now?
My role models, they kind of vary, because I don't see myself as just like, I don't really put myself in a box. I try to see myself as like a brand and an artist, even an actor. So in terms of like a rapper or a lyricist, I'd have to say for me, Gets is a big.
Now that I have a clue who that is.
Yeah. No, he's been in the game for a very long time. He's like one of the biggest names of like UK rap or grime. He recently had an album release called Conflict of Interest. Massive inspiration to me in this current moment of life now. In terms of instrumentation and actually playing an instrument, there's another guitarist by the name of Mansa Brown. He anything that he produces, it's like it feels like a soundtrack to my life. So I feel like I could just listen to it at any time and just feel like I feel like he created that for me. That's how I feel. And yeah, like that's those are like the two main ones. Kendrick Lamar, he's another one as well. Drake, you got your Drakes.
Yeah, those names I know.
Yeah. But I feel like the first two, they're more closer to home for like various reasons. For example, his birthday is, I believe, a day after mine. Yeah, a day after mine. So that's more fundamental. And on top of that, he also comes from the same background, like a neighborhood I come from as well, which is that has a lot of weight to me. He also used to go to the same secondary school as me as well, but obviously in different times. So I wouldn't have seen him like. But he's like a grown man. I'm obviously a prodigy, if you want to call it. Just looking up to him as an idol and as an example of what I'd like to also become. And yeah, that's me.
Would you say that you're one of the few, not just East London, London, the UK, well, the world as a whole, one of the few that have a different focus from how rap was back then and how it is now? Because I'm asking this question because I look at rap now, not I'm just saying this because of how I look at it, I could be wrong. There's a lot of gang culture in rap, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm asking if you would see yourself as one of the few that have moved away from that area.
Absolutely. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I never really saw myself as someone kind of like trying to emulate that kind of lifestyle, because I never came from that kind of area of life. As much as I may have come from an area that might have been predominantly known for things of that nature, gangs and all of that, I wouldn't say that I put myself out there to kind of portray that lifestyle. Yeah, sure.
But you are informed about that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously became a product of my environment in a sense, because, like I said before, they may have been people that I might have been hanging with, and their influence might have not been positive for me. And because of that, I've obviously made a certain song, or made a certain decision to write certain songs based on that one negative connotation to my life. But it's not to say that I've gone out and said, yeah, this is what I've chosen for the rest of my life. Times change, and as time changes, your mind evolves, and you then realize that you can't really be hell-bent on making the same type of music you did maybe 3 to 5 to 10 years ago. It just doesn't show growth. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I can say for myself.
Okay, you've done a music video. I haven't seen it, but I will get to see it. But what do you have to say about the kind of music videos that we have out there in your kind of music?
So,
all the rap, the gangs, how they look. I'm sure you understand what I mean. Yeah. Because I ask myself, what are you trying to portray by showing me these things?
Well, if I'm looking at from their point of view, as much as they put it out to the world for the world to see it, I feel like their music is tailor-made for a specific demographic and a specific age group, and all of those things obviously from their point of view has not been taken into consideration. So as much as they put it out on YouTube, I don't think it's made for everyone to see, and that's their problem. That's maybe the artist's problem. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. How is it the artist's problem?
As
Because
in-
when you put it out there
Right.
on a YouTube that the whole
Right.
world sees,
Yeah,
you're showing them something and you're saying something to the whole world.
right.
Or even though it's my decision that no, I'm not interested in this, but it's there.
So when I say that, I mean, it's a problem that they are gonna one day have to face. Like, they put themselves out there in a somewhat negative connotation, but they're gonna have to answer to it when they have their kids, when they have maybe family members that are like, what is this, and they have not seen this side of their son or daughter or whatever. They're gonna have to answer to that later on in life, and that's why I say maybe it's for a specific age group, because obviously we're young, we're not really thinking about the future, we're thinking about the present tense. And demographic, because if you're coming from a certain area, you might understand the lingo, you might understand a specific rival gang is being spoken about within that very song, and because of that, you have
Clashes.
you have clashes, you have either one goes to drama on in real life. You know what I mean? So it varies.
Okay, we're going to go for a break, but I'm going to ask you where you see yourself in the next 5 years and what will you be doing and all that. This is still the Justeve Show. We'll be right back after this. Do you have a girlfriend?
Nah.
Why?
I ain't got no girlfriend.
You're good looking, man. What are you doing wrong that they're not coming or you're not searching?
Nah, I mean, I'm just focused, to be honest with you.
So if you had a girlfriend, you would be focused. What, you had a girlfriend before?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking you out of what we're talking about. So what happened? what kind of people would you appreciate who would look up to what you're doing?
Well, the next generation, really.
You're welcome back. This is the Justeve Show, and I have as my guests today a young man who I find has his head on his shoulders. Joey, we're still on the Justeve Show.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Okay, so Joey, let's move on forward. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself doing more than just artistry or producing music. I also see myself becoming a music director, which is obviously to direct music for other people and groups, or produce for other groups in that sense, or just direct the...
So that now you just produce your own music, so that you don't work with any other...
Not at the moment, but if people was to ask me to help them with their productions, I'll definitely help them with that. I've got more than enough knowledge on producing for other people. I haven't got experience, but I will definitely, if the opportunity arises, would.
For how long have you been doing this?
I've been working on music for over 10 years.
Yeah, so why do you say you don't have experience?
Well, experience in the fact that I haven't worked with other artists, because I have to understand their sound. Their sound is not the same as my sound, so it's a bit of a tedious area working with other people. Do you know what I mean? When you know yourself, you're not really too fussed with how you sound or your sound. You know yourself. It's your identity.
So when you, in future, when you have your own, when you make your own music, who's the first person you take you to have a listen? Maybe your dad, your mom. Do you have a girlfriend?
Nah.
Why?
I ain't got no girlfriend.
You're good looking, man. What are you doing wrong that they're not coming or you're not searching?
Nah, I mean, I'm just focused, to be honest with you.
So if you have a girlfriend, you will be focused?
No. I'll be honest. I love to do. And I've learned that quite recently, actually. Yeah.
So you had a girlfriend before?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking you out of what we're talking about. But what happened?
I guess we just didn't understand each other the way we should have, and obviously when you don't understand each other the way you should, certain things happen and you're just like lack of communication, things of that nature, and then obviously just goes and explodes or implodes or things of that nature. So
are you hurt? Are you still hurt?
hurt in what sense?
Well, you broke up with your girlfriend.
I mean, it's been a year now. I've gone over. I've healed.
Oh, you've healed. Okay.
I've healed.
Because you are sounding a bit downcast. So.
No. I was explaining to you, like, this is the situation I went through. Or
never mind me. Let's come back to the music. You have someone. You said that you're going to have to. Well, you don't understand another person's style, so you probably have to ask. Now, what if they tell you, this is what I want? This is how I want it.
Yeah.
And you are not comfortable with how they want it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen?
Well, the way I see it is we have to just continue working until the product is to the level that they want it. Do you know what I mean?
That's strange because they are the client.
Yeah.
You're the master.
Right.
You're supposed to be getting professional about this.
Yeah.
And you feel that this isn't working and this won't work.
This wouldn't work. Well, the thing is, would have to come with a reference track, right? A reference track is a track.
What if they don't have a reference track?
I mean, if they don't have a reference track...
I won't have one. I can tell you that for free.
Okay. Well, it would help to have a reference track simply because I would have a little kind of like a core basis to work with. So prior to this, you said the person would come to me and say, I want my production to sound like this. This is the reference track. Mm-hmm. You can't say, I would like my sound to sound like this, and I'm looking into thin air. It's not really practical. So it's more for me to understand, or even if you have like a song that you like, or you've heard on the radio one time and you've gone out of your way to research and say, okay, yeah, this song, I really like this. Joey Main, could you make me something similar to this or exactly like this or whatever? That's more helpful for someone that's producing, I believe.
Okay, all right. So we're going back, or we're going forward again to the next 5 years. You hope to be working with other artists.
Yeah.
That will make you happier, I believe.
Absolutely.
Okay, so who would you say, or rather, what kind of people would you want to be, how am I going to put this now? What kind of people would you appreciate who would look up to what you're doing?
Well, the next generation, really. The next generation that may feel like they're in a situation like myself where I grew up in a area like Newham and everyone's kind of like doing the same thing. I want to be like an artist to kind of let them know that you ain't got to follow the crowd. You can do what you want to do, put your mind to anything you want to do and achieve it in your time, within your strength or within the strength that God has given you. And you know, just feel kind of like affirmative about whatever you're doing. That's simply my gift. That's like my purpose.
Okay, if you went to music, what would you be doing?
I'll be doing something within the music, like
If
area.
you went doing music,
You know,
what would you be doing? Not within the music industry.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I couldn't answer that.
So this is your only passion?
I guess I'll be doing something movie orientated or I don't know, acting. I do like acting, so you know, I could see myself being an actor, getting into the acting arts or performing arts or something with the arts. I could do art pretty well as well. I could draw, so I could see myself becoming an artist as well. But I'm quite creative, so
I was just going to say, everything that has to do with creativity,
much.
you'll be down with it.
Definitely.
That's good. Okay, let's put you on the spot because we're going to have to go right now. I
Okay.
want you to rap and sing.
Wow.
Wow.
You want me to sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Can I do the rap first?
Well, what I meant was you can do whatever first, but like there's a switch into.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, do one of your if you do you know your song, it's just going to only be rapping, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna rap. I'm definitely gonna rap. I was not coming prepared to sing, so.
Go on. You will sing. You will sing.
Okay.
That can't be so hard, can
Let
it?
me think. I've got loads of lyrics.
Just sing anything.
Okay. Let me think. When you work with game changers, then the game changes. So bow your head, know your worth, and remain patient. I tried to jump the gun, fell in love with Caucasian. I'm talking dogs with the spots, no Dalmatian. Young and reckless, I was trying to dodge the plantation. Loud cries, loud sirens had my heart racing. I saw my history, something like the dark ages. Dumb decisions only led to mama's heart aching. So now I'm trying to put my eyes on the chart placement. And that's what I got right now.
So you're not going to sing.
Sing. Damn. You really put me on the spot.
Yeah, I said so. Even if it's someone else's song.
No, I'd like to sing my own song.
Okay, let's sing your own
That
song.
makes more sense to me. I'm just thinking,
Anyone.
let's see.
We ain't got too much
cool.
time there.
Sun is shining and I'm feeling fun. Sun is shining and I'm feeling fun. And when it rains, I'm gonna still show my smile. We're gonna rise when it's time, never die.
That's it. It wasn't so bad. You made it feel like it was going to be terrible, but that was good.
Yeah, you know.
Why?
I'm not in the studio, so it sounds like
Oh, okay.
more raw. Do you know
No,
what I
but
mean?
it's fine. That's the start. I think that was good.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're gonna have to go right now. Please have a look at this camera and tell this one here, and say something that would inspire our viewers.
Keep locked into Joey Main. This won't be the first time or the last time. I'll be here again. God's
Yes,
willing.
you will. You will.
God's willing. So, if you'd like to see my face and you'd like to see the Justeve show, make sure you stay tuned. I'll be back, and I'll be back with a lot more songs, a lot more content, and stay tuned.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I enjoyed
Thank you for having
your
me.
story, inspired by it. It was so good having you, and definitely in the next maybe the 5 years, you will come back and tell us, how it's been.
Thank you
And
very
probably
much.
ask you on the next 10 years. All right. That's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Joey, for being with us. We will invite you back for you to talk about the next 10 years from now. I remain Evelyn Obahor. We'll do this again sometime soon. Goodbye. God bless.
The Justeve Show, inspiring lives.